But we now have Boo Corrigan, who is the chair of the College Football Playoff Selection Committee, joining us now. So, Boo, understanding, as I pointed out earlier, you guys don't get into a position where you're just evaluating Team A against Team B. I understand that part. What carried the day for Washington moving up a spot to number 4 ahead of Florida State?
Yeah, it really was about Washington and what Washington did this past weekend and going up to Rece Stadium, tough place to play. Their defense has come around, has played well the last 6 quarters, given up a total of 20 points. Again, know that it was a rainy day, but in total, again, and that's what we're looking at, and y'all were talking different data points, but, watching games does matter. And as we looked at Washington over the course of the season, looked at Florida State this past week in Week 12, we decided to put Washington ahead.
Okay, so what impact did the injury to Jordan Travis have on the evaluation of Florida State?
Didn't have any impact. As we're watching the game, Florida State starts off down 13. Rodemaker comes in to the game. They score 58 consecutive points. They got a lot of dudes on the field, Rece. They got a lot of guys that can play. And, as we're looking at it, that's where we are this week. And, again, anything beyond that is going to be projecting.
Okay. But isn't it incumbent on the committee to evaluate what a team is? And when a team loses a quarterback of the caliber of Jordan Travis, you're not projecting to evaluate that they're not the same team until proven otherwise.
No, sure, but that's what the next couple of weeks are going to be about, is continuing to watch Florida State, watch how they do. They've got a couple of tough games against Florida down in the swamp, then the ACC championship, and we've got 2 more evaluation points that are going to come in the next 2 weeks.
So what would you say is the committee's charge when they're evaluating injuries?
Yeah, the key to that, one, is not projecting into what it's going to be the following week, right? Because that's not what our job is. When we get to the championship, when we get after the championship games, we need to take everything into account, at which point we can look at who's going to be available, who's not going to be available, and combine that with the previous 12 weeks, 13 weeks counting the conference championship game, and the statistical analysis and everything. So in total, Rece, we're going to look at everything.
Give me something.